So what happens when you first meet the Roots? The story is they took you under their wing. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that is very accurate.
Okay.
If it wasn't for the Roots, like, I don't even know how my life would have turned out.
Yeah.
You know, because, like, you know, the Roots were the kind of, well, they. And I only said they because I'm talking about Rich, too. So when I talk about the Roots, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
So when I think of the Roots, it's like I think about a group of people, you know, and of course Quest and Black, you know.
It was a group, like we
being the leaders and the leadership.
Real quick, just before you talk about that, just give people perspective on what the Roots were in that period. Really, it was like,
okay, I can give it to you real simple like this. My childhood friend name is Richard, right? Richard Bailey. It's like my best friend. His mom was Miss Nancy. My aunt who lived on his mom's block was Gloria. You know, they called her Nanny. I called her Nanny. And I don't see Richard for years. Because we childhood friends like 5 years old, that type of shit. And then around like 21, 22, we linked back up again. I go into this guy's house to give you an idea what the Roots represent at that time. I go into his house, and there's a picture of Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and Black Thought on his fucking wall.
that's crazy.
And that's fucked me up, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because I'm like, but it really got me to thinking, though. I mean, when you really think about Tariq and how some people may process his lyrics outside of people who know him like you, me, to spend a lot of time with him, I mean, his name is Black Thought.
Yeah, right.
That's not the best thing for white America. You know what I'm saying? He's not, you know what I'm saying? Black Thought is almost the scariest thing for white America. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw that on Rich's wall, I said, well, damn.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, that fucked me up.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish Tariq would have got a chance to see that. You know what I'm saying? Mac Dub called me. This is funny. Mac Dub called me while I'm doing this interview. You know what I'm saying? What the
Who's
fuck?
Mac Dub?
Let's not even go there.
I'm gonna look him up.
Yeah. Do that. Do that.
So meeting them and then mentoring you, like how did those beginnings?
The mentorship is a funny jaunt because I can't really say the Roots mentored me. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I can't say that.
Not mentored,
nah.
But took you under the wing.
Took me under the wing, and I say they endured me. You know what I'm saying? They were like, oh, God. This fucking jackass, you know what I'm saying? Like this, I was always in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like always in trouble, always doing little shit. Like the first time he took me to SIR, it was the first time I kind of saw like a cell phone.
What's SIR?
It's like a rehearsal space, rehearsal studio. I stole the fucking phone, you know what I'm saying? Out the fucking office. I had to have it, you know what I'm saying? So the motherfucking white guy, he comes out the room. He's like, hey, there was a phone that was taken. So Rich starts defending. He's like, yo, how dare you say da-da-da-da, blah, 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 blah. Nobody would do that, blah, blah, blah. And the dude was like, well, I saw the kid in there. I was like, he's like, oh, fuck, Dice.
Yeah.
He's like, Dice, do you have this fucking phone? I'm like, yeah, I got the phone. Like, hey, yeah, my bad. I'm just a kleptomaniac. What do you want me to say? You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm used to just stealing anything that's not nailed down. You know what I'm saying? My apologies. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so they endured me for a while.
Yeah.
And that, you know, just a shout out to just a bunch of great guys. But Rich was more or less my mentor.
Okay.
You know, now Tariq Black Thought, he was like a mentor, but it was more like you're going out to hang with your big brother or going out to hang with your uncles or something. He'd be like, yo, you can come, but like, yo, I'm not going to look out for you. I'm not going to baby you. Like, yo, you got to keep up. Like, if you coming, then you just better act like you got some fucking sense, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, they was, like, fucking with girls and shit like that. Now, mind you, I am 15, 16 years old, but they're 21, 22 years old, right? But when they would go mess with the chicks or whatever, I was almost like chick repellent, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was a little kid, I had braces, I had glasses, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I was really just about the breaks and the beats, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, but then there would always be like one young girl, and they'd be like, oh, good, they got a young girl. All right, cool, Dice, you know what I'm saying? You know, that type of thing. But, you know, they was basically grown, you know what I'm saying? Kind of thing. You know, I was grown too, but in a different way. You know what I'm saying? In a different way, you know what I mean? So. But they weren't my mentors though.
Got you.
Rich was.
Rich was.
Yeah.
Okay. You man, you made your mark, man. The Lesson Part 1 and Clones for me are those seminal moments where I was like, oh my God. Now I will say this, Malik B got you on Clones. I ain't gonna lie.
No, his verse was tight.
Yeah. But the two of y'all was like the one. Wait a minute, there's a guy between y'all two though, right?
Mars,
yeah.
Mars
yeah.
comes on first, then
Yeah.
Reek, then me,
yeah.
then Malik closes it out.
Right,
Close.
right. But to me, you on that song, you and Malik B was the bang bang.
Oh yeah,
But, yeah, for sure. Wow, so coming from Delaware, I love the roots, man. I don't know if you came to the University of Delaware when they came there. Mm-hmm. It was amazing. But there were signs of trouble then too, by the way, I might add.
Oh, at Mallet.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a street guy.
Yeah. But just in general, how was that experience of being on the verge of something truly amazing, creatively, a movement coming out of Philadelphia, which, Philly had rappers before, and I don't want to say like Hilltop Hustlers and things of that sort weren't movements, but it felt much different. They were, no question. But it felt a lot different.
Oh yeah, the Roots was a whole different anomaly because they was a band.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So with them being a band, they was signed to Geffen Records, right? Mm-hmm. So that off the rip put them in a whole different category. Like the Roots got their deal in 1993. It was a $750,000 deal.
Yeah.
Today, those dollars today, that's like a $3 million deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Off the rip, from a demo.
Right.
Off the rip. So the Roots was just always on another level, just like artistic expression, creation, thought. It was always a thought. Everything had thought in it. You know what I'm saying? It was never a lack of anything weighty or meaningful. You know what I mean? And they always led with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They always led with that.
Now you did a lot of writing for the Roots, with the Roots, I should say, in collaboration. In collaboration. But this is again after your solo album drops.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, a lot.
I was just the verse guy.
Yeah.
And then I put out an album. My album didn't do well. And then I just was in the studio because I still was spending budget money. The MCA refused to drop me.
Yeah.
They was like, nah, we're not letting you go. I was like, y'all didn't sell no records. They were like, yeah, we don't care. They was like, you're not a record sales kind of guy. Right. I was like, I'm not a record sales kind of guy. They was like, yeah, we just want to keep you. We're still going to pay you.
Right.
And I was like, oh, shit. I was like, well, that was like a conundrum. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was like they won't drop me, but they're still going to pay me. Interesting.
Right.
Very interesting. Never happened before.
What did you get?
Or maybe it happened before.
How did you take that?
I probably should have left. I probably should have left because somebody else offered me a deal, and I just thought it was so small money.
Right.
I was like, hey, not having a deal, I make more money not having a record deal than having a record deal.
You didn't see that maybe they had potential in you that you didn't see, and maybe they
hell no.
You didn't see it?
Hell no.
Oh, okay.
That's called being smart.
Normally record companies, if you don't sell, you out of there.
Yeah.
Who offered you the other deal? Def Jam?
No. This was I forget this brother's name. He was like one of those independent, like European labels that were kind of like it was like not BBE, but something like a BBE.
Okay.
Right? And they was like, yeah, we give you 300,000. And I just laughed. I thought that was funny. You know what I'm saying? I looking back, that was dumb too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, 300,000. Oh, this guy's a comedian. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
so here are my two favorite songs.
Game ain't the same no more.
You wrote on but didn't rap on.
Okay.
Well, you might have been on one of these in the hook. But Clock with No Hands.
Okay, yeah. Oh, you knew that.
And Criminal.
Okay.
Those that
that's not all of them. You're just saying those two.
Those two, yeah.
Okay, what about them?
They're like my favorites.
Oh.
That you
Clock with No Hands. The beat?
Brother.
The beat on Clock with No Hands? Holy shit.
Bro.
Kari Mateen.
Man, listen. That record's crazy.
Woo.
Look up Clock with No Hands.
Clock with No Hands.
Even Kendrick, this,
Oh yeah, he did use that. That's right.
He stole it.
He stole it.
He stole it.
He stole it. You ain't getting no money off that.
Fuck, I'm not on a mixtape. You know what I'm saying?
Kendrick
money
paid
on a
his man.
Kendrick, what's up? He stole a lot.
Yeah.
He stole Kendrick. Uses.
I forgot about that, yo. He did flip that.
Kendrick is a big thief.
Oh,
Big thief. He steals.
Could you please repeat?
Kendrick Lamar is a fucking jackass. He's
oh
he's
my
a thief.
goodness! What do you
Fucking
mean?
thief.
What are you saying?
I think he's a jackass. I don't know him personally.
Right.
I don't know him personally. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I know somebody from his label come and say, oh, thanks. Oh, don't say things about Kendrick Lamar. He's heartbroken. He can't even get out of bed about what you said about the play in Rolling Stone magazine. I said, oh, damn. I said, well, look, man, if he's heartbroken and he can't get out of bed, I mean, just tell him call me and we can chop it up.
Okay.
If he tells...
Go ahead. If he
calls me, everything's on the up and up, then what reason do I have to not believe this guy?
Yeah.
I just take a man on his word. That's all I can do.
Yeah.
I can take a man on his word till I realize he's not a man of his word. And then now we got an issue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
so real quick.
I never got the phone call. Then I look online. He's at the Lakers game with Jay-Z. He looks fine. He looks fine.
Yo, let's back up. All right, first of all, there's the rap stuff,
Right.
and then there's the play stuff. Now you had a play. Have had. Is it done? The run is completely done.
What?
Jimmy's.
Oh, hell, the last
Jimmy's,
Jimmy. No,
the last Jimmy.
These things run for a lifetime.
Right.
Man. That's why I love theater. But
The last
Jimmy.
tell people the backstory because I know the backstory,
Yeah,
but
Last Jimmy hip hop musical, one of the first of its kind, hardcore hip hop musical with dance, theatrical set design. It was cutting edge,
Yes.
African American theater. That's what we do at Freedom Theater, and that was just my first. So since the Last Jimmy, we had Box, which is the story of Henry Box Brown that we have a stage production about his life. Crazy. We got the Forgotten Founding Fathers. We did the King of Love. I mean, Forgotten Founding Fathers is crazy because it talks about people like Prince Whipple, right? Now, do you ever see Cleveland Show when the kid learns about Black history for the first time?
I didn't.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? He go home, he like, yo, what the? They teach him about slavery in school. He go home, he put the kufi on, the Black Panther gear. He was mad.
Right.
But I think that's, like going back to the very first thing we talked about today, I think a lot of times in life, we live life the same way. Like black men experience America in the same way. So when I watch this cartoon of an African-American child learning about African-American history for the first time, I felt like I was almost reliving it through the cartoon.
Right.
They say, hey, because I've seen kids learn in school. I've been a kid at school. Teacher asks you a question, say, hey, what's 2 plus 2? If you know the answer, you raise your hand, you say 2. All the kids are excited. She say, hey, what's 4 plus 4? If you know the answer, it's 8. The kids are excited. And at a certain point, the excitement from learning leaves. And I think that's part of the way they teach African-American history in schools. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, black kids, we beat you, we raped you, we tortured you, we, in the Caribbean, we had mechanisms that would allow another slave to shit in another slave's mouth. Yeah, it was 400 years of absolute rapings and torture, which is actually how your race is even here, because you started off African, but now you're African American, and that's due to a mass raping that took place for 400 years, and then they get 30 minutes to teach that. They give you 30 minutes to teach that, right? And the teacher says, okay, moving on.
Right.
She's talking science class. They're talking photosynthesis and whatever the fuck plants do and shit. And, the kid's sitting there like this, and she goes, Rashid, are you paying attention? How the fuck can I pay attention? I'm thinking about the shit. You just dropped a ton of bricks on me.
Yeah.
You're asking me am I paying attention to this thing?
Right.
Photosynthesis? You just told me you raped my fucking mother and grandmother and great-grandmother for 400 years repeatedly.
And you got to just
Brush
keep
it off.
moving.
I gotta keep moving. I gotta brush that. Okay, put that aside. Okay.
Look at this plant.
Okay, what's the next 45 minutes gonna be about? Okay, I got it. Okay, slaves rape me for 400 years. Got it. Moving on. What's next?
Yeah.
Who can do that?
Nobody.
Who the fuck can do that? All right, I'll shut up.